All right, thank you, ma'am. And good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk about we're going to do some more command training today. And the emphasis and some of the focus today is going to be on ways in which we can use command to do some marketing. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that the more and more that I continue to tinker with this, the more and more I have a healthy frustration with the things that the capabilities that it currently has versus the capabilities that are still coming soon, figuring out how it all works in the process and all that fun stuff. So we're going to stumble through some of this together. I have prepared a couple of things that I want to show you in particular that I think will be useful, but just know that a lot of this is still in the process of being finalized. There's still a lot of glitches and things that we have to work through. There's still a lot of subtleties that I'm learning about how the system works and some things I need to do in order to do the marketing that I may or may not want to do. So before we begin to log in to KW Command, you go to console.command.kw.com/login. Or if you just Google computer would probably be better for today. Or if you just Google KW Command login, you should find the link that brings you to something that looks like this. You use your same login credentials that you would use to log into MyKW or KW Connect to log into KW Command. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. It's going to bring us to our dashboard. So this is your dashboard within Command. Now notice up toward the top, you have the ability to toggle through either Command or Connect. Connect is a training and educational piece of this, okay? We're going to pretty much just be within Command today. And within Command, there's just going to be a couple of the different areas we can get on our dashboard. Now, something to note, as of right now, if you click on Smart Plans, that's not an available feature yet. It's still coming soon. So don't think that something's wrong with your system or it's not working appropriately. I'm going to look at a couple of things today just to kind of bring us a little bit of focus. And really what we're going to talk about today are these features, Sketchhouse, as well as landing pages. Because these are things that Sketchhouse will allow you to create marketing materials, and landing pages will allow you to create landing pages or mini websites with specific market data that you can share on social media or email a link to people, etc. I'll show you exactly how that works today. Sound good? Okay, so first we'll go to Sketchhouse. Let that load. And within Sketchhouse, you'll see you've got a couple of different options, right? The two options you have are My Sketches, meaning marketing pieces or templates that you've created and saved as your sketches, and you also see what's called the KW Sketch Library. So I'm going to click on that in just a minute. It's going to show you a bunch of pre-populated, pre-formulated, pre-created marketing concepts you can kind of utilize and tweak and tailor to yourselves. So when you come here, if you don't see much or you don't have a lot to work with, don't freak out. You just have to go to the KW Sketch Library to see a bunch of options that you have available to you, okay?
Will it bring in our old ones or not?
I don't think so, Jim. I think it's going to start from scratch. Yep. But these might be some of your old ones, or they're going to be comparable versions of some of your old ones. So you can see when I click in here, it's got a market snap default template, property details, a red-blue version, just listed, open house. So you've got all these templates already created in here that if you go in and update your contact information, will pre-populate for you on all these things. And here's the trick. So I was messing around with the open house one earlier today. When you go to create this, at some point, once the system is syncing with everything, you'll be able to just type in the property address or the KWS number with the MLS number, and it will pull the picture straight from the MLS into your flyer for you. And you can edit it and tweak it. We're not quite there yet. I literally just sent a request this morning saying, hey, what's the deal? How do we get our synced up with that? And as soon as that's the case, that'll make that a lot easier. But for right now, you can still use the template. You just have to manually upload those photos for now.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
It has nothing to do with that because I know how I need to get to that, but how do you get that command part to go away? And here's so I can actually click on KW Sketch Library.
On your app?
Yeah.
So some of your features on your desktop are obviously going to be very different.
I just can't scroll it down so I can look at it. You know what you're? Oh, I got out of it. I just logged in through KW.
Okay, try again.
There
looks at these.
I did.
There you go.
But wait, when I go to, let's see if it, see then that's just always in the way. I mean, this one,
Click marketing pieces.
and then another thing.
Click KW sketch library.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so here's one thing that I'm going to do. Toward the bottom, it says you've got more options. So it says viewing 1 of 12 of 33. So I'm going to click one arrow over. So I'm going to show you simplified one. And here's a happy birthday template already created. I'm going to open that up. And as you can see, it's already pre-populated stuff. So my logo's here. It says Zach. My website's already linked up in there. Happy birthday. It's got a message in there already. And all this is editable, by the way. I can go in here and make this unique and put in my own message, put a new image if I want to, etc. I can drag and drop items in here if I want to change the design. There are a lot of things that I can do within this marketing piece, okay? And then if I wanted to send a test email, I can click this button. If I want to import a template, I can do that. And here's where it says copy to my sketches. So remember how earlier I said you've got my sketches, and you've got the KW library. So Susan, if you liked this a lot, once you created it, if you click copy to my sketches, then it would be right there in yours. You can kind of filter through the ones the company has, keep the ones that you just like, and create your own that aren't in the library. Follow me so far? Yeah. Okay, so that's an option to you, and that's how you can start using some of these to email all your notes within your database within the system. So that's a fairly easy one.
I'm just gonna email them.
There you go. It's a good image, right? It's short and sweet, and you can make it less and you can make it more. Great clients like you are what makes a business like mine a pleasure to run. That's why I wanted to reach out and personally wish you a very happy birthday. Hopefully you look back on this past year, blah, 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 right? It's already there for you. Okay, so that's just an example of what you can do within all these different templates. Again, KW Sketch Library, and you've got a few templates you can already work from. And the cool thing is, the idea or the concept behind this is, let's say that Jim goes in and he creates a really cool marketing piece. Well, the KW library, at some point, what that will allow us to do is Jim can upload that marketing piece to the library, which means then everybody can see it and access it, utilize it if they want to, if he chooses to, make it available to all county ways. Pretty remarkable. Let's look at connected buyer process. This is another example. Logo, website, it's going to automatically put their name in there for you. Talks about the buyer consultation, establishing the budget, pre-approval, home visit. I mean, this would be such a phenomenal follow-up to a conversation at an open house or prospective buyer. You just plug them in there, shoot them off this email, immediately it's walking them through the different steps that they could look forward to if they work with you.
Is that a fresh piece or?
It can be. It can be. It's either or. You can send it as an email, Jim, or you can print it off. Now, let's go back. So when you're in the design library, so Jim, let's say I'm going to create a new custom template. I'm going to create one. I can name it. And here I can just select a template type. So if I want it to be a web type of marketing material, listing presentation, email, market snap, marketing pieces, I've got the ability to come in here and click on different types of marketing pieces so I can formulate and create exactly what it is I'm looking for, whether I want it to be web or print, email, etc. Go back here. For example, here's an example, right? This is one that's already kind of giving you the framework here. You can plug and play some photos, put some titles in there. And this you can print off as a postcard or any other sort of direct mail or flyer material that you want to. You can still tweak it and change it with all these other items as well.
Yesterday, I tried to get in. I wanted to do a flyer for brochure box,
Mm-hmm.
and the e-edges really is easy if I use the same template all the time.
That's perfect.
Can you show me where flyers would be?
Yep. So if I went to, if I go back to Sketchhouse, I go to KW Sketch Library. Let's look at property details. This is where it automatically lets you start to create that flyer. The trick right now is we would enter your KWLS ID number for the listing, and that's what would pull the pictures and the property info for you. Does that make sense? So that's where you would go to do it. But until we have that synced up with the system, we can't alter or edit. So for example, I'm going to type in, oops, let me type in my last name. See how it starts pulling properties? So let's say I select this one. Now, Jim, I can choose which pictures I want in the flyer. Choose that one. Confirm. And now it's automatically starting to populate the flyer for me.
How come it's long and skinny?
Oh, that's because I have it on the mobile version right now. Versus like a tablet or a desktop. So that would be an example. Now I want to show you landing pages. So the answer to your question, Jim, is if you're looking to do flyers, emails, anything like that, any marketing material, you're going to what's called Sketchhouse. Okay, go to Sketchhouse, and then within there, if you see the KW library, if you click on that, that's where they have some templates and stuff already pre-created for you. You can choose to kind of plug and play or just tweak versus creating one from scratch.
You mentioned the KWLS listing number, you can't use the.
Not right now. I don't think I've tried it, and I don't think it's synced correctly. So I sent an email to KW Tech Support today saying, hey, what do we need to do to get this to work? From what I can tell, it's only really working in the Austin, Texas area. I'm sure there are other areas it works in as well. But I think we just need to facilitate them syncing up with our MLS so that it fixes that problem. Okay, back to.
Coming soon has to be an official coming soon. Like already.
Well, I would say if you want to create a coming soon, even though the official status is not coming soon, I wouldn't have an issue with that.
So
That's
we
okay.
choose coming soon from the KW Sketch Library template.
It asks you for the property, does it? Yeah. So if it's in there, then you can utilize that MLS. Otherwise, you would just have to drag and drop the pictures in there because it's not in the MLS system yet. To sync it to this one. Or the other thing you can do is actually back here, you can put your listing into KWS.com, even if it's not in Northstar yet, and house it in there so that you can pull the information from there. It's just that when you go to actually list it, for certain it has to be in Northstar. Yeah, your listing doesn't have to be in Northstar. You at least input the information in KWLS just to start creating marketing. Obviously, you just can't market is actively listed if it's not actively listed in the MLS yet. But that way you can get a head start on your marketing material. Okay, back at the dashboard, and now I want to talk about landing pages. Okay, because this is actually a pretty cool feature I've been messing around with. I know Bruce DeMail's been messing around with it too, and a few others, and we've been like, yeah, we like this, but for some reason it keeps pulling Austin, Texas, or Texas information. So I figured out how to make it more zip code specific. So we'll take a look at that. So I'm going to click on landing pages right here, and I've already got one created. That's why you see this right here. And I'm going to show you how to create a landing page. Now I want to underscore this is such a cool feature because it used to be if you wanted to create a specific landing page for a neighborhood or something, it was kind of a pain in the butt. This will allow you to create neighborhood-specific landing pages to share on social media that you can run on a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad or a Google Words ad. You can email the link to prospective people. You can message it to people. This is such a cool tool that you'll be able to utilize. And, excuse me, I'm so excited to pick up it over here. Actually, and it's completely branded to you, which makes it cool. And if somebody wanted to see a market snapshot for, I don't know, Chicago, Illinois, guess what? You can do that. It doesn't have to be in an area that you operate, that you have MLS access to. This opens you up to anywhere in the U.S. to send relevant timely information, which is huge. It's amazing because sometimes you might have somebody say, hey, could you give me some stats for the Phoenix, Arizona market? I'd love to. Check out this link. And by the way, if you see some stuff that you like, let me know. I'll put you in touch with the agent. dramatically increasing your chances to get a referral, right? Because now you have relevant information to share. Whereas before, you'd have to push them to Zillow or Realtor.com or try to find an agent almost immediately. And I can say, hey, I can get you that info. Oh, by the way, so can my app. Check it out. If you see stuff that you like on there, let me know. I'll put you in touch with a great agent down in the area. Huge opportunity. Okay, so let's go through the motions of creating one. So let me delete this one. So I'm going to click on Create Landing Page, which is right here for people that are watching the video. Right here it says Landing Page Name. So what am I going to call this thing? Well, I'm going to call this one Rochester Market Info. Select page or template. I'm going to pick the Market Snap default template. And then it asks me to enter a zip code. So I'm going to put 55901. Then I'm going to click configure.
Now, how did you know markets that where?
That was already in there for me. Is it already in yours for you as well? The Market Snap
I mean,
default template?
it comes up when I start.
Is it a drop? Okay, so go with that one. Use that one for now, and then I'll show you how to customize. Okay, so here I hit configure, and this is where I used to get confused all the time. Because immediately it pulls Austin, Texas, and gives me stats for that. I was like, oh, well, that's okay. Here, it's pulling my branding, my name, my contact info, so we're getting there. But how do I fix this? Because I can scroll and I can see, okay, here's the information. Here are some of the local insights. Here's the lead capture, and here's my contact info, right? Well, here's the deal. Over here, these arrows, if you click on them, allows you to change or manipulate these parts of the landing page. But here's the important one that you need to click on. It says Market Snap. Click that arrow. When I do that, it allows me to provide more detailed information. So Market Snap, I'm going to enter the 55901 zip code again. This works for many zip codes. I tried it for a Twin Cities zip code earlier. Now, when I type in 55901, that automatically tells it, hey, we're using Market Snapshot in and around Rochester, Minnesota, and now I have a list of neighborhoods in Rochester that pop up. So now I can pick the specific neighborhood somebody might be living in currently or interested in. So, for example, I'm going to check Historic Southwest. I'm going to hit Apply Changes right here, and now watch what happens on the left side of the screen as it updates the information. Boom. Now I'm in Rochester, Minnesota with specific statistics for that neighborhood in Rochester. 24 active listings, 10 pending, average days on market, average list price, etc. Now, these stats are getting more and more accurate each day, okay, because it's pulling from the MLS and building that historical data. So this, let's say I held an open house in this neighborhood. Somebody walked in like, oh man, what's really going on in the market? Let me send you a web page that has all the information about this particular neighborhood. Would that be helpful for you? Absolutely. Great. I come in here, I create it, and I send it to them. So here's what I want to do now. I just created this. Now I can go through and I can edit all my information some more. I can change that up to get it exactly how I want it. I can alter my lead form, text. I can increase my agent branding. There are all kinds of things that I can continue to do. That was one of the more important ones with the Market Snap. One thing to note, local insights right now is still going to be kind of goofy. It's not pulling local insights from the zip code. So we might want to pull this stuff out of here because this stuff is still pulling for Austin, Texas. So that's beside the point. We'll fix that later. So I came in, I updated it for my specific zip code and neighborhood. Now I'm going to click the publish button. Are you sure? Yes, we are. Okay, so now it just published and created this landing page, which is now this link. And oh, by the way, I can start sharing this link, and as people register in the link, they're getting added to my database, and I can see how well it's performing and how many leads it's generating, right? So let's say I want to actually see this landing page. What does it look like? This is what it looks like out on the interwebs, okay? Out on the internet, if somebody clicks this link, this is what they get. They get the geographic information, they get the market statistics, they see who it's coming from, it's branded to me. Local insights will begin to sync here as well. Here's the lead capture, again, with all my contact information. This is a target, hyper local, targeted, specific stealth landing pages. Not even stealth, it's got your information on it that you can utilize and create for anywhere, any number of places for free. It's huge. This is by far one of the best features. Or you can take this link and embed it in a newsletter or marketing material that you're sharing. Or you can embed it on your website to say, curious to know what's going on in Rochester neighborhoods, click here. They click on it and you've got all these links built out to all these neighborhoods. They can click them and come to you specific neighborhood pages with specific information, and it's all branded to you.
So once you make that link and it goes out, I don't know, 20 days down the road and the market's changed,
Yes.
does it update?
That's the beauty of it being an active link,
Okay.
is it's going to update as the statistics update. There's going to be some glitches and hiccups along the way, but that's the idea behind it.
I was playing with it and I
Mhm.
saw somewhere where you could add neighborhoods
Mhm. and
and I tried it, but I couldn't get it to work.
You couldn't get them added?
I wanted to surround my neighborhood.
Yep.
Fox Ridge.
Yep.
Because I use farm
Absolutely.
and name it, but I didn't get far enough.
So
Didn't get far.
I've been messing with that too, Jim, because I live in a new development and I've been trying to create it. And it keeps telling me like, oh, you have to have at least 50 homes or something. Well, our neighborhood is like in a little pocket of an establishment, so we're not at 50. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that too. So
I know every time I try to do it, it takes me right back to.
Yeah.
Come back.
Oh, really?
Already set up.
yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt, but maybe we can take a look at that and see how we can work around it, because I'm having the same issue. So to show you guys how that works with social media, I took that link. Well, actually, I deleted it, so it might not be in here. But I created a landing page, the one that I deleted earlier, and
What's the name of that again?
what was the name of it?
Market, something.
I called it Rochester Market Info. Yep. And I created it and I posted it in here. And I'm clicking on it, and now it's not showing up anymore. Okay, so I'm moving track myself. So I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to create a new one. So delete post. But that's good because that shows you if you create that link and then you delete it, then it's gone. Right? You don't have to worry about going to track it. Oh my gosh, where have I put it? Where have I posted it? It's just completely eliminated, right? I'm going to delete this one. And now we're going to repost a new one. So just copy the landing page link, come into Facebook. Now I'm doing this within our KWPR group, so it's not going to be public. But if I wanted to, I could just do this publicly in my news feed for everybody to see, or I could run a Facebook ad that says curious to see blah, 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 blah. Boom. Targeted landing page. So pasting the link. When I let it fetch to preview, I'm going to get rid of this text. Then I just wrote testing command landing page in class, but I can have any, whatever text I want there. Click to find out, blah, 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 blah. Curious to see what's going on in your neighborhood. Curious to see what's going on in Rochester. Curious to see what's going on in a specific neighborhood. Post. And here's how it shows up, right? So whether that's on a website, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what have you, you've got that ability to create these various websites that you can use for target marketing or to provide specific information. This is pulling an image from the insight, so if the insights are updated, it would pull more relevant. So now if I click on it, it takes somebody immediately to that landing page I created, which again is brand completely new. By far, the most powerful tool I've uncovered so far is working functionally to implement starting today. Any questions on that? You guys see how that could be a good tool to utilize? Let's go back to, so here we can turn it on or off, right? I can have the link be active or inactive. Right now it's active. And then I can actually go back in and I can edit it. I can change it, tweak it. I can deactivate it. I can completely delete it. I got the flexibility to do that. And the reason why you see these rows here is I can create as many of these as I want to, right? Like so, for example, here my what I labeled it, I have Rochester Market Info, but I could have called it Elton Hills Market, right? right? I could have all these broken down within the neighborhoods of Rochester I want to service and send information to. And the beauty is, once you've done the legwork on that, they're all there. You just pick and choose which ones you want to copy and paste or utilize for advertising. Which ones you want to market. So let's go back in here. Oops. Two page. I did it. Market Snap. And again, here are all the different all the different neighborhoods I can choose from. So allow me to do that target market. I just have to click apply changes anytime I switch it up.
Did you create the, that area old Southwest Rochester?
No, that's already in there.
That's already in there.
All those that you see, Jim, in this list, they're already all in there because it's pulling from HomeSnap, which already exists. That already has a bunch of neighborhoods in it. So now what we're doing is we're just taking HomeSnap and we're applying our MLS market data to it, and then we're giving ourselves a platform to push the information out there via internet link. So we're kind of taking all these things together, streamlining them, making it easy for you to push the info out and use it for lead capture purposes, right? So these are some of the other neighborhoods for your reference. These are not neighborhoods that I created. They were already in there. All right. Go back to Sketchhouse real quick. Okay, so remember how, Karen, you asked me about that Market Snap default template? So if I go back to Sketchhouse, in my sketches, here's that default template. So I can come in here if I want to. Remember how I said that the local insights right now, it's not working properly? So what I could do is I could just delete that. Now if I hit Save Changes, now when I go to create a new one, when it creates, it won't have that local insights portion. It's just going to have the market info and the lead capture. So that's how I can pull that junk out of there since it's not working properly. And then when it's working properly, I can add that widget back in there. So let's say I wanted to, add a different section in between there. I could take this two sections, drop it in between the two. Now I can have neighborhood info. I can put like something about Team Lucky Duck right here. And I can put something right here that says view our current listings. And then here's lead capture. So not only is it a target marketed specific branded to your lead capture website, you can modify it, tweak it, and change it any way you want. It's freaking unbelievable.
You like it?
I do. And it doesn't cost you anything. You can do as many as you want. You can put it on Facebook, and Twitter, and Instagram, and LinkedIn, anywhere. You can share it with anybody, as many times as you want. And then when they register, you capture their contact information, and they go into your database, and you can set it up to market to them automatically. Still a work in progress. We're still ironing out the kinks. This is a huge game changer. Huge. Even if you don't even have to be firing on all cylinders to blow this sucker up. You just got to be firing on one, and you'll still do more than you're able to do right now. Questions or thoughts on that?
What if our base isn't set up correctly? Like you have your Team Lucky Duck in there.
You want to go in?
Go backwards.
Yeah. So let's take a look. So because I did this a while ago, I'll be honest with you, I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think if I go to dashboard, follow me. This little house right here, that takes me to the dashboard. And then Karen, if I click on settings, I think this allows me to customize that info. Bear with me here. Yeah. So in here I can sync my email, my calendar.
Settings.
I'll show you again. So see this house right here, top left, it says dashboard.
Yeah.
Going back to my dashboard. Also, when I first log in, bye Susan, good luck at closing.
Thank you.
Yeah, job well done.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Now you see settings. Now when I'm in here, I have a whole nother menu to the left here once it loads, different things I can click into, different settings that I can update and change. Give it a second.
marketing profile, right?
Yeah, click on that. Let's see what it does. Marketing profile. Yep, you got it. I uploaded those photos right there. Put my name, what I want described. I can put my bio. There's my email, phone number, office address. I can put a footer in there, my social media stuff. Then I click save. And then that's, it'll start pulling for all the marketing materials that you create. It's going to pull that stuff in there for you, so you don't have to do it. So automatically done for you. Yeah. So that being said, that's all I'm going to bite off for today.
It's a lot.
Was it? Okay, I'm glad I'm stopping
That's
this.
exactly what I wanted to hear.
I don't know for what reason though. Is it because there's a happy hour to get to or what?
Well, there's always a happy hour.
That's true.
I
So
want to make these flyers. They're so easy.
yeah, I know. Yeah, Jim, to be honest with you, they're probably going to be easier in the edge for a little while longer until it starts pulling. It won't?
It won't pull in the MLS number.
Are you kidding me? Okay, well, I'll keep working on that then. But just to recap, we looked at some Sketchhouse stuff, and we looked at the landing page stuff. And then we also showed you where you can go in and update your marketing profile. So those are the things we talked about today. If you have questions, email us, call us, comment in our Facebook group, and we'll figure out a way to get you taken care of and help you out. So.
And then I signed up with the mortgage a while back, and I
Coverage?
thought that they were supposed to send some kind of a link that we could include in that.
They can. So let me go in, let me log into mine and see if I can find it on my desktop. I know how to find it on my phone, but I'll see if I can pull it on my desktop too, because it'll be easier for me to display. So if anybody's watching, we're gonna transition a little bit from talking about KW Command, and we're gonna talk some Keller Mortgage stuff, which is still very, very good, helpful information for everybody. I'm gonna X out all this and start over fresh. Go to kw.com. I'll log in to my KW. All right. Hover over technology and see if I can find no Keller Mortgages in here somewhere. Education. Just gotta find it. Give me a second. Resources. KW Connect for education, resources, Keller Mortgage. Here's where you can sign up for it. And here are some tools you can utilize. So from a marketing standpoint, you've got all that right there. Already signed up, so let me put this. Okay, here we go. So if I want to put in the agent's, excuse me, this is the link that I would send right here. Copy
Got it.
and paste.
And it's a unique pre-approval link for each.
So it doesn't have to be unique for each client, it's unique to you. So for example, if I send a link to you, and I send a link to you, when you click it, it doesn't matter if you click the same link, because it's going to ask each of you to input your information. But what the link is unique to is me. So Keller Williams knows, or Keller Mortgage knows they're my client. Because as soon as you click on that, you initiate an application, I immediately get a notification that they've looked at it and opened it. And you get to school because you get that notification on your Kelly app. And I can show you what that looks like. Well, that's a link you can do. But Gary, if you want to make it even easier though, you would just put their name, their email, and click send pre-approval. It'll send it to them automatically. And I'll also show you how to do it on your phone, because I usually do it on my phone because I usually text it to people.
Wait a second. If you click their name, their email, and say send
So if you,
approval link, you still get all that stuff that
yes, it's going to be the same exact thing. So this is an easy way to do it. Your name, email, send, or I could copy and paste that link and email it or text it. And if you're right here, just enter your information and click send. But if you're on your phone and you're using your Kelly app, Okay, so I'm in, I've opened up my KW Kelly app. On the bottom here, it says command, circle, click command, it says Keller Mortgage, click Keller Mortgage. Hold it up, it's already got clients in here. At the top, it says share pre-approval link. Should click on that. And then I can text them or I can email. Right? That's how you do
Because
it. Then
I
it shows- it
assume
shows-
eventually that'll be one of your embedded things, though, right?
It's gonna be, so here we go, if you look at, so we're gonna get a new Keller Williams app, right? But if you have your KW app right now, if somebody is using your Keller Williams Home Search app, right here, it says Keller Mortgage. They can click on it and start the Keller Mortgage pre-approval process without you having to send them the link. Right, so that's another way that you can have them access it. Go to your KW search app that you're sharing with your clients and have them put on their phone. They click Keller Mortgage, and boom, they start the application process. And just like as if you had sent them the link via text or email, you're immediately notified that they've started the application. You want to see how I did that?
I put a kid up.
So I'm my KW app. Just open it. Right, so click cancel. Okay, so you don't have it yet. So this is gonna be right here where open house is. Okay, so what you need to do, I'll show you. You need to do what I did earlier and complete the process to be able to utilize Keller Mortgage.
Whatever the email they originally sent me that said this is your approval thing.
Yeah, let me show you how to do it. So remember I went to KW Connect, Education, Resources, Keller Mortgage, that brought me right here. Where it says sign up with Keller Mortgage, that's where you need to go. You're gonna click you're gonna click sign up with Keller Mortgage. It's gonna have you watch a couple of videos. There's gonna be some training. Then as soon as you're done with that, a few days later, your KW app will update and you'll have that KW Mortgage feature on your app. Because I had to do that. That's why this now takes me to the screen that I showed you before. This one is because I've already done the training. I've already authorized to start sending it. Make sense? All right, sorry, Jim, I threw in a little bit extra there for you. Tell me to stop. But that being said, we're gonna stop there, call it a day, and thanks to everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think we really maximized our time and squeezed a lot out on that one.
Fine. But that's why I come